Hi, my name is Ivery and music is my life. I like to spend a little time with you, just take you on a small musical journey, tell you a little bit about what I'm doing, what I've done, what direction I'm moving in musically, and what and how my music will be a blessing to you. I've been in classic R&B music for a very long time. I actually signed my first record deal at the age of 19 with a group called Moment of Truth on South Soul Records. And it was an exciting time. Times were different, and those were the days when you could actually get a record deal just based on the ability to sing. But Moment of Truth was great. With South Soul, we were label mates with Double Exposure and First Choice and Sky and people like that. But what we walked away with, and what I walked away with, was a lesson that in order to really prosper in music, you needed to be involved behind the scenes. You needed to be involved with the writing and the publishing and the ownership of the music. As I grew and I learned, I began to utilize my talents as a writer, and I spent more time in the studio and learned how to produce records. I was fortunate to foster a long-time relationship with Dennis Doc Williams, and he's a musical director for the OJs. He and I go way back, and we spent a lot of time in the studio together. I've been fortunate to join and sing with some very talented groups. The fact that I sing a first tenor is sort of a niche talent. It's a high voice that everyone can't do, and so you had a lot of groups, and basically these groups coming from the 70s to now, some of those original singers, either some of them have passed away, they're no longer here, or some of them, age has caught up with them and they can't really do it anymore or like they used to, which opens up the road for them to hire singers that could step in and do those leads. Make a long story short, I was offered a position to become lead singer for Blue Magic, and that was a very highly noted R&B soul group. Stepped into that role and performed with Blue Magic as a lead singer for a couple of years. It was a great run, a lot of fun. We toured a little bit and played some really nice venues, went to the Caribbean together, and we did some really nice things. Performed for a short time with one of the Delphonics groups, and even for about 2 minutes went to Detroit to join the Dramatics. What happens to a great love song? It lives forever. It'll outlive us all. Okay, there's songs around today. You can talk about Sam Cooke and Jackie Wilson, and these are people that I used to go see when I was just a little kid, and how I got inspired to want to be on a stage and sing for people. And those songs that they made will never die. Fast forward to right now, what I'm doing is a lot of live performances, networking with a lot of different promoters, and just getting my music out there. I've spent a lot of time as a performer singing lead for different groups and helping them to cultivate their sound and helping them to tour and perform, that sort of thing. And while I love singing with these groups, I don't have to have a group in order to do what I do. I'm perfectly comfortable going out as a soloist and doing the exact same thing. I did recently put a gospel album out. At one point, I wanted to use my gifts to glorify God, so I wanted to make a gospel record. It's music that was in me, and it needed to come out. And the time was right at one point, so I went and put pen to paper and wrote the songs that were, or finished the songs, because I had been writing a lot of this material for years and years. I'd write and stop and write and stop, but I completed a lot of that material went in the studio, again with my musical team with Dennis Williams from the OJ's organization, and also a very talented engineer by the name of Jerry Comito, who's done a lot of hits for different people. Did Gregory Abbott's was it Shake Me Down, if I'm saying the title right, but I'm sure you guys know the record I'm talking about. And does some recording with Donnie McClurkin and Hezekiah Walker and people like that. I came from a time where, you know, there was some serious performers out there. Like I said, I grew up on Jackie Wilson and James Brown and Sam Cooke and those guys. And my mom used to take me when I was really little. She used to take me to these stage shows. When I was like 8 years old, you know, between the years of 6 and 8, I was sitting there and watching these audiences go wild. You know, watching these women go wild over Jackie Wilson, just tear his shirt off and pull his hair out and fight over pieces, locks of his hair, stuff like that. And I'm like, this is for me. I gotta learn how to do that. I used to, you know, come home and get in front of the mirror with the broom and, you know, or the hairbrush and sing and practice doing splits and spinning around. So, you know, I try to bring a little bit of excitement to the stage with my performance. You know, I never wanted to be the guy that just stood there and did nothing. You know, although, you know, kudos to some people, you know, just stand there and sing and, you know, let your voice do all the work. That's fine. But I like to also put on a show. And how did I start? You know, I actually started singing when I was 8 years old. My very first time singing in front of an audience was at the Apollo, long before Star Search and X Factor and you know, Simon Cowell and all of this, American Idol. You had the Apollo in New York City, in Harlem. And that was a tough stage. It was make or break. You know, you came out there and you delivered and you did it quickly because you didn't have a lot of time, or, you know, they got you off of there. You know, you get booed, you get, they had Sandman come out with a shotgun and shoot you off the stage, and all kinds of brooms sweeping you off, and it was pretty nuts and it was crazy. Those people were brutal. So you had to come correct. And you had to give them soul. You had to give them familiar soul. You know, I've seen many a good singer die on that stage by coming out and trying to sing an original. That's not the place for that. So anyway, I was 8 years old, and I remember coming out there and I had my little gold satin suit on, and I came out there and I did my little song and I won first place. And you know, that was, you know, part of what encouraged me, and I found out that I could, you know, actually, you know, make people happy on the stage and do this. Again, music is my life. This is what I love doing, and as long as I have an audience that's appreciating what I do, I will continue to do it. Just coming out of the studio with a new single and a couple of new videos. You know, just looking to stay in front of people, get on tours, and you know, let you know what real music sounds like and what it feels like. Certainly feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to get in touch with myself, my handlers, and like for us to come out and talk to you about booking arrangements or anything. Certainly email us at sweettenorsounds@AOL.com. sweettenorsounds@AOL.com.